Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. We're on the About to Go Broke farm. I am just finishing up cultivating and fertilizing the field on the first pass. We have two, let's see, I think there's just these two fields left. We got the other ones done. We'll double check though, but I rented this huge rig and then realized that I'm going to end up bankrupting myself. So we're going to definitely be renting a smaller seeder to plant these fields, and just using our little tractor because this is way overkill. I mean, it's what we needed, but it just was too much money. So renting's fine occasionally, but this is going to kill us. And unfortunately, we still have to rent a harvester. So, hey John, can you close my door, please? I'm trying to stream here, bub. Thanks, kiddo. So how's everybody doing out there tonight? Did you get a notification, Babs? What's up, JC? How's it going? Well, trying to figure out, I don't know how we're going to do this financially, how this is going to work out, but we may have to sell some of the pigs off when it's time for harvest, because I don't know how we're going to even rent a harvester. Hey, Big Hunts. Hi, I'm Patchwork. How's it going? Oh, you did? Okay, JC. Good to know. The question is, did you get your tax rebate? I didn't. Probably not going to get one. Let's see. This is our... What field is this? This is our potato field. We could do some logging, I suppose. We do have logs around. We do have logs to sell, too. The downside is I don't know where we would sell them. If the logs sell at the shop or not. Yep, I had my first FAA waiver shoot today, which was pretty cool. Moni helped me get it all set up. We had to apply for it via the FAA website. They have a new thing called Drone Zone. And what's cool is they get it done really quick. It only took like 2 days to get the approval. It used to take them like up to 90 days. So it's pretty sweet. Like I was excited to be able to get a turnaround that quickly. And then once you have it, you have to apply with DJI, because DJI has to unlock the airspace on your map. So I got that taken care of, and I believe the brewery is PC only. I'm sorry, I know it's not the answer you're looking for, but I think any of those those mods are scripting, but there might be some. I don't know. Unfortunately I just don't play on the console, so I have no idea. But it's really easy to look in there. If you have FS19, go into the mod section and look in the objects, buildings, that kind of stuff. And if it's not in there, they don't have it. Everything is everything that's in FS19 on the console is under the mod hub, but if it's not there, then it's not there. So that's the best advice I can give you. But I don't think they're doing those kind of things, but they might be. So what's up, Gator? Till Wednesday, JC? Well, maybe I'll need to do. Somebody was saying that not to do that, though. I think Patrick was saying not to put that information in, because if they're already processing it, it'll screw everything up. But maybe I need to still do that because I haven't gotten it yet. So, hey, Ben Pin. Yes, not streaming SnowRunner again. That's not till Wednesday. Moni had to reset her map again. She had an issue where one of the trucks went up in the air, and then all the trucks went up in the air, and then all her trucks were gone, and it wouldn't, and it died. So. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the maps that are going to have that kind of stuff on them are definitely not going to be on the console. So Doing good, Patchwork. Thank you for asking. Did I? Yeah, I owed in both years. Absolutely. I owe every year. But they said whether you owe or not, you still get it. So it's about if you're behind on child support, then you don't get it. But I've heard that even people that owed are getting the check. So, but maybe not. Who knows? We'll have to find out. Oh, that stinks, Gator. You lost your license, huh? You lost your tax license, or you lost your driving license? Yes, the operation that we're doing tonight, we are fertilizing and cultivating and plowing our field all in one step. All of our fields using this really expensive equipment that we rented and probably shouldn't have. So I'm hoping that we're going to survive the next harvest. I don't know. Oh, glad to hear it. Glad to hear they helped. Now, JC, if you owe, you don't have your deposit account because they didn't refund your taxes. Okay, but what I heard was they will just send you a check. But has Ohio reported me to the IRS for what? I don't think so because I haven't done anything. Can get a lost driver's license, but you have to go through the tax collector's office, aka DMV. Oh, I get it, Gator, because they are tax collectors or nothing better. That's not too bad, Gator. I think in Ohio the licenses are $55 if you have to redo them. So. The check isn't coming until June, July. Oh, great. Oh, I don't think so, Hail Team. When I checked the eligibility, I was eligible, and I've been keeping up with my child support, so I don't think... I got a little behind last year, but I'm on a payment plan to pay it back, and I've been making my payments, so I think it's fine, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. But if I get DD, you get a direct deposit. Okay, well, I'll fill it out. I mean, it's probably too late at this point, but whatever. Yikes, I have to do all those other fields too. So if those of you that are watching on YouTube, I'm going to pause the video while we do this because this is going to take a long time. I still have those other two fields to do. And we'll be back. But those of you on Twitch, we'll still be here. All right, so we finished that up. I'm going to go return this stuff now quickly before we get dinged again. We just lost a lot of money. Yeah, Ziggy. Well, what about Micro Center? Like Micro Center is pretty good, and that's in the greater Cleveland area. And then the same thing, they have a Micro Center down in Columbus too. So, what's up, Beaker? Thank you for the cheer. I appreciate it. Yeah. But I get to drive to Columbus for work in a couple days here. Well, let's see if we can return this stuff. I don't know if I got that box in far enough. Possibly not. Where's our trigger? There it is. Okay. Return. Okay. And oh, I forgot to take the fertilizer out. Ugh. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Hey, Subi, what's going on, kiddo?
Not much.
Yeah.
Can you like mute yourself?
Hang on one second, folks. All right, so we are going to get... do I have a weight for this tractor? I could use the fertilizer container as a weight. I'm so mad I put that... I don't have a weight, so I'm going to have to get some kind of weight. But let's take a look at this. We need to rent a planter. Definitely Lone Oak is a great map. There's that. We could do this or this. The price difference is minimal. Wow, those are so expensive. $30,000. Oh no. Well, we're gonna have to lease. I'm gonna lease this one. This one's nice and wide. Oh gosh. So we probably need to buy a weight. So let's go ahead and do that too. So 32 core Threadripper. Yeah, that would be a good. That would probably be a good processor for video editing. I just saw that comment. Definitely, I would love to have one of those too. And Intel has done a weird thing. They've actually, and this at least with this last generation, they remove cores. Like they actually dropped the cores down to like 8 instead. Like the processors that normally had 8, they put it down to like. Hang on, lights. There we go. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, kitty cat. I think they did it like they dropped it quite a bit. So, like the it used to be the top 2 processors, the i5 and and maybe the i5 only had 4 cores. Anyway, they messed up one of them, and it made it so that you can no longer have the same amount of cores that we used to have. So you only the 9 one has the hyper threading, right? So yeah, and they're not even. Okay, corn. Yep. We don't need corn. We need sugar beets. There we go. Thank you for the follows, by the way, guys. I appreciate that. Nope. Oh, somebody was asking how the these markers work. So I'll show you guys that. Did they add cores? I thought on some of them though they removed the hyperthreading, and it's actually slower. Like they kind of degraded them a little bit. Sorry, country boy. What's up, Tayloa? I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't know that AMD is way ahead. I think AMD in some areas is way ahead, but then again, you're paying for it. So where AMD was strong before was, hey, it's good stuff. Oh, I forgot to get fertilizer. But it's budget, But now they're just as expensive as the Intels on the high end. So, do you really need a Threadripper? Yeah, I was gonna say, like for streaming, I don't have a Threadripper. In fact, I have a 3-generation old processor and video card, and I'm doing just fine. Hey Sue, welcome aboard. So I don't know if that's a prerequisite. Wait, why can't I? Oops. Wait. Okay. Wait a minute. We filled up with seeds, but now I need to get fertilizer in here. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't paid too much attention to it, but I've there. Why can't we change this to fertilizer? Ooh, that's awesome. Quite the processing station there. Maybe if I close this, it'll do it. Nope, I can only do seeds, and it's full. So we need to go to the shop, and I'm gonna have to buy. I'll have to buy fertilizer there. Right, and my point was that the Threadripper is just as expensive as the Intel, so it's like. But if you get better performance, it's worth it then, right? So. They're still cheaper than the equivalent Intel. Okay. Big bags. I'll have to research it some and see what people are saying, like what the reviewers are saying, but it seems like they're doing a good job, so it's neat to see AMD. Somebody's finally toppling Intel. That's a super rare thing. Why can I not load fertilizer into this machine? What am I doing wrong? Opening the lid. What am I missing, guys? Why can't I load this? It's full of seed, but it also carries fertilizer, doesn't it? I thought this thing had fertilizer in it. Hang on. Planters. I thought all the planters had fertilizer. Yeah, see, this takes fertilizer. I don't know why I can't load the fertilizer in. It wouldn't let you fill it. Interesting. That's weird, Flying Burrito. What if I put it this way? Maybe if I do the back? Oh, wait, that's lime. You can't put lime in a seeder. I don't know why I grabbed lime. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Of course, I need that money, so perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to put lime in it. That won't work. Where did the bag go? There it is. Okay, there it is. Now it's feeding up. Or filling up. What the heck? Oh, Lord. Yeah, you cannot put... You can't put lime in a seeder. Or fertilizer. A planter, I mean. Or seeder. You can put it in a fertilized spreader. Some of them. Some spreaders don't support it. You have to look on there and see what their icons are. But, yeah, that would be a problem. Well, we'll use it next time. We're going to have to lime again eventually. So, yeah, well, there's your problem. Right. Anyway. Yeah. Down with Intel. I still like Intel, but I'm glad AMD and I'm glad someone's finally giving him a challenge, because that means everybody gets better equipment, and I think I'm going to have to run it this way, because I wanted to go back and forth like this, but I think the issue is I'm going to keep running into the side of the field, so we're going to run it this way. Okay, so let's go ahead and dump this. Put this down. There we go. All right, and we're going to lower this. There we go. You return the 2080 Big Ron? There you go. Save some money. It's expensive. The device called that you can plug in electric guitar in and run it to studio monitors. The device that simulates amps and effects. Well, that's two different things. There's a device called the Pod and they have other ones too. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and they also have software that can do that. But there's a Pod, or you can use software. There's software called like Neural DSP. There's a software called what's it called? Amplitude. There's a Guitar Rig. Those are all softwares. If you buy like an M Audio or Focusrite interface, you plug your guitar into the interface, and then the software will allow you to play guitar through your computer. Or you can buy what's called a Pod, which is an amp simulator, and the Pods, they're on like version like 10 now or something like that. So that's how the ridge marker works. You run it the first time, and then from this point forward, all I have to do is put my nose right on the spot where the marker runs, and I'm going to drop that, and then I just follow the line, And as long as I follow this line to a T, my planting will be perfectly straight or fairly straight. And I will also overlap where I need to overlap. But somebody had asked about how that works. And so there you go. That's using the, what do you call it? The ridge markers. Now, I don't use them very often. I usually just go by what I can see, but no, it's not called a pickup. But I have an M Audio device that's plugged into my computer, and then I plug my guitar into it, and then I use software. I prefer the Neural DSP. Is really, really good, but it's expensive. Guitar rig's great. Amplitude is pretty good. What's Jam Up? I'm trying to remember what their product is called. I can't remember what it's called. But there's a ton of different programs that do that. Whoa, crash. Alfie just crashed into Moni's computer. Yeah, I cut that tree down, and miraculously, it's back again. So I'm just going to leave it because I don't know what to do with it. If it goes, I don't want to make the game glitch out, so I'm just going to leave it there. We'll not plant around it. We'll just leave it. Sweet. Yeah, Giant said to remove it, right? I mean, I could, I guess, but I just left it. What's up, Blade Wolfheart? The course play mod, I haven't used it because I switch maps so much. And then I found also with course play, like sometimes if you, well, maybe they fixed all that, but I've had issues with it before years ago in multiplayer. I don't know if those issues still reside. It's quite complicated to set up, but I think it does do a great job. It makes it a little bit more live because you can hire workers, and the workers, you actually see them like driving up and down the fields and running off to the shop to deliver stuff, and that's pretty cool. It makes it so that you do have, like, it seems like there's more people on your farm than there are. So I do like it. So, I don't know, Big Ron. That's a good question. I think what's going to end up happening is I'll feed the pigs one more time, and then I'm going to sell off the rest of the crop, and I'll have to just grow more crop for them because they got enough food for 7 days, so I can put some of the crop out for sale that we've been holding on to. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it, so. Yep, nope, that's not what the markers are for. They're just so that you have a nice straight line to seed to. But honestly, I just do that by hand, and I'm so good at it that I don't need to do that, so. I have a real job. I would say Twitch and YouTube have become about a little bit less than half of my income, maybe less than that, but quite a bit of my income. It just depends on what kind of year I have. I'd like it to be more like a third or quarter of my income because that means I had a really good year doing my other business, but I do real estate photography as my primary business. So I do commercial and real estate. I also do weddings for a friend. I do video. Between the videos and the home tours and all that stuff, we do pretty well. Nah, we don't do well. We do okay, but it's YouTube and Twitch have become about half of that right now. So, and I love it. I do love it. 44. It's just when this kind of stuff is killing us. Like having this lockdown, I've had like 3 jobs in the last 2 months. Now it's starting to pick up. With spring, we're going to start getting enough jobs, so it's good. But I know, Big Ron, like that's why I figured one planting of the sugar beets will be enough. So hopefully things will start picking up and we'll be able to get more work. But right now it's pretty dead. So I'm not expecting this year to be a great year. So So Blade, if you're having trouble veering, it means one, you have too big of a seater on the back and not a big enough weight on the front, or you just need a bigger tractor. Veering is a sign that the tractor is pulling harder and it's slipping. So I have lots of corn, but like I said, I might have to sell it off if we're going to end up not being able to rent the stuff that we need to get the next round of food. We'll have to see. So I fly drones in real life and in games. So if you have the right weight set up for your tractor and it's balanced well, you shouldn't have issues with it pulling left or right. It'll pull a little teeny bit, but right now I'm not touching the controller as I'm going down the field. So, but yeah, we have a bunch of corn. I just don't. I might have to sell it. So, family's doing well. Pets are doing well. Actually need to walk around it tonight. I've been pretty bad about walking them, and I need to get out there and get them some exercise. There you go. Gaming with JV. I don't know why it uses that dark color blue for a lot of people's names. I can never read it well. No, we're going to try to avoid the loan from Uncle Carlos. I'd really like to be able to do this farm on my own. I don't want Uncle Carlos involved. He has very high prices. What? I don't know, Gator. That's weird. Yeah, I wouldn't say no. I'm sorry. You'll have to. I apologize. No. Wants to run off with your phone. Yeah, me too, Ziggy. Me too. Yep, because you can see this is a pretty small tractor, but I'm also using a fairly small seeder, so I'm not over sizing the tractor. So. Oh, that's good, Pirate Monkey. One more pass and we'll be done with this field. You'd think with a pig farm we'd be doing mostly like animal care, but actually a lot of it is just planting and harvesting crops. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. The corn stalks in the middle of nowhere, I know. All right, so shut this off, switch it over to corn. We're going to go corn on this field. And I'm just going to run down once and go down the middle. Why? I don't know, just because. First time in a while, like that's happened before. I've had people come and ask to use the phone in the house. Like, hey, back in the day before there were cell phones, hey, we got an emergency. Can we use your phone? You know, like, but not, can I borrow your phone? I do, country boy. I try to. I can't always, but I do. Try to. Some days I don't, but... I do too have access to this land. It's mine. Still, it's weird, Gator. Like we don't have people doing that. People can come in my neighborhood too. It's not gated. I don't have people walking around asking to use phones. Ha 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 ha. Badoom. Hold on 1 second. Really? Thank you for the sub, country boy. I appreciate that. Solicitors. Oh, well, solicitors. Yeah, but we don't even get those, though. We have people that hang... They do like doorknob hangers, but I think in Ohio there's a state law that You're not allowed to go door to door selling things. You can put hangers on people's doors, but you're not allowed to touch their mailboxes, and you're not allowed to actually knock on their door and solicit. So yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, like you can't just go soliciting in Ohio. So, which is interesting now that you say that. I haven't really seen the Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons in a long time. Yeah, people do still do it anyway, but they're not supposed to. And you can call the police on them if you're in a really bad mood. I don't usually do that, but if you put a sticker on the door, though, you can force them not to. Like there's a sticker that says no soliciting, and you see that quite a bit. £120 puppies. Those are big dogs. Yeah, since they passed the law, it's been peaceful, right? Yeah, I would, Gator. I mean, honestly, that's a suspicious activity. That's usually how it is, Big Ron. Anytime you upgrade from one generation to another with part, that's why when people buy computers, they're like, "Oh, it's completely upgradable." It's like, well, yeah, but there is a caveat. Like, it's not. You can upgrade it to a point, but if you go past like a year or two before you or after you upgrade, then you're not going to get. You're going to have to update the motherboards. Now that you say that, though, like Taylor said, AMD went with their, what is it, the AM2 socket or whatever for a long time. There were several generations of processors that AM2 supported. You'd have to do a firmware upgrade on the motherboard, but yeah, Intel, every time there's a new generation of processor, there's also a new motherboard that you have to buy. So 8th and 9th use the same. Okay. You always have to double check your motherboard and make sure that it supports whatever the latest one is. So AM4, is that what we're on? Okay. I just know for a long time they were like AM2 or AM3 or whatever. Am I not? Oh, I ran out. Oh, okay. Got to run back and get some more seed. What's up, angry metal guy? Urgh. Okay, it's backwards compatible, but yeah, in order to get the latest processor, you need to have an AM4 board. And that's normal. Like I said, that's not... You should be getting new boards because technology updates. You get better, you get faster RAM speeds, you get faster, different support for larger capacity video cards, faster sockets. Though, I think... we've been on PCI 16X for what? At least 10 years now. It's been most motherboards support that. So, but the sockets and the RAM does change. So, I wonder how soon it'll be before we're on DDR5, like for regular applications. TikTok, okay. Right, they have new chipsets in between. PCI Gen 3. Yeah, but it's a 16X slot, isn't it? Like the PCI Gen 3, the 16X slot has been the same. I mean, they were 16X before they were Gen 3 too. The video card slot's always 16X, And usually motherboards have, if you have like a Crossfire board, then you have two 16X slots, and the rest are 8X, I think, or 4 or whatever. But the fancy boards have, 3 altogether. Well, 3 or 2 video card slots, all level 3 is what I meant. 2023. That's still a ways off. Storage with PCI 4. Okay, cool. No, I don't overclock at all, ever. I haven't overclocked a processor for probably 15 years. Not that I've ever had a problem doing it. I used to overclock all my processors back when, you had a 60. Here's the thing. The payoff back then could be huge, because if you could get a 66 megahertz processor to run at 90 megahertz with proper cooling, you got a massive boost. You were getting like a 30% increase in power. But if you're taking, a 4 gigahertz processor and running it up to 4.5, the risk versus the amount of power you get, it's not as big. I don't know. But if you're going at 5.1 gigahertz, that's fast. I mean, and plus you can, then you can get the faster RAM too, because they make RAM that runs at those faster speeds. So you get a pretty big bonus all the way around. I just don't. I get a little bit nervous about running it, so I don't like to run things overclocked. And like I said, the irony is I've never actually had a problem with anything overclocked. I just personally don't like to take that risk. So sorry it's taking so long to do these fields, guys, but once again, we're running out of money, so we have to get this done. Like I got to get one more seeder I have to rent to get those other 2 fields done, and I might have to sell some stuff here to get that to happen, because we are really running short on cash. In fact, let's take a look. What do we have in the garage that's ours? What do we have leased? Leased items. What's garageable? Back. No, that's not what I want. I want to go in the garage. X, there we go. I can't really sell any buildings. We could get rid of the animal trailer. That would save us some money, but we kind of need that money. The tractor could go, and we could just lease a tractor, but it's going to kill us eventually. So I don't know. We'll try to get by with what we got, but... What's up, Croco? Losur? Croco Losur? What? Something like that. Is that going to be like, what was the RAM? Was it PC RAM or whatever it was? What was the name of that? The RAM that didn't work well. It was like to fight off DDR. I forget what it was called, but they were rims, and they were super expensive. So, all right. So I'm gonna keep doing this, guys. Pause the video for now for the YouTube recording, but we're gonna keep streaming for a little bit longer. All right. So we've come to the shop and leased this. Our very last lease before we run out of money. I think what's going to happen is tomorrow we're going to have to sell some pigs. But hopefully by tomorrow we'll have lots of pigs, because they are reproducing every night. So we should have at least $10,000 worth, I would hope. We'll see. I think as long as you're at 1080p, you're at 1080p, so it doesn't really matter which cable you use. If you're going high resolution, then that'd be different, but in general, it's like... Selling pig sounds good. Fill this up with fertilizer, please. And now I'm too close to the seed, so it won't fill up. Okay, there we go. All right, so these fields, we need to do canola. Gosh, and maybe... Let's take a look at what the pigs need again. Oh, we need more seed than that. I have to buy some seed. Okay, seed. Fill it up. Well, I'm glad you were here too, Gaming with JV. It's nice to have you here. All right. So we need to look at piggies on our menu here. They've got wheat, barley. They're at 96%. Hey, man, any food at all gives them up to 96%. So that's not bad. So they need potatoes. They'll take soybeans. Once again, it doesn't matter what food you get, it seems like. So if you look at these, we have... They seem to go up to full percentage. Now, the cleanliness is down because they make a mess. But... this is looking good. So any kind of food you give them, it looks like it's fine. They got lots of corn, lots of wheat, barley. So we're going to grow canola, and we're going to grow sugar beets. So if we do soybean, we'll just do canola on both fields. Because do I need more straw? Yeah, no, I need to do at least one field of wheat. So we'll do one field wheat and one field canola. Nope, no, don't hire a worker. We're going to do this field canola because I'll remember first. There we go. But before we do the canola... How do I turn the tractor off? Oh my gosh. I can't remember the buttons. It's been so long. There we go. I've been playing SnowRunner too much. I need to go clean up a little bit, so... Can I fit through? No. Whose idea was this? I plugged myself in. Oh well, we'll wait till after we're done then. Alright, so running, dropped, and off we go. Time to seed some canola. It would be cool if we had a farming game that was based on this. Now that SnowRunner allows us to see further, because the problem with MudRunner was that it was such a short visual range. But with SnowRunner, we actually have quite a distance that you can see. So a game like this would actually work on there. The problem is with the multiplayer, we're seeing all the bugs where like the ground's falling through and... You know, trucks disappear and trucks get multiplied. I've gone back to my garage a couple times and had duplicates of my trucks. It's a little bit annoying. So, anyway. How's everybody else out there? I know IROC was sick, and hopefully he's the only one that's gotten the virus so far, and hopefully his mom won't get it. But that's the thing that sucks about working in, you know, the service industry, because you run that risk. You're around people all day, and people are coming in and going out, bringing in cash, bringing in sickness. The Discord information, JV, is underneath the video. If you scroll down, if you're watching on a phone, it's going to be on the info tab. So I know I've gotten 3 Freightliners of the 916 Taloa and 3 of the Chevy pickups. Yeah, well, my kids all had the chicken pox, and now they're all scarred. Some people like this terrible, boring map. I like this map. It is a little, I mean, honestly, because I'm creating it, it is a little boring. I mean, it's not like the most exciting. It's not like you're actually terraforming like your dream location. You're just, you know, taking a square and making it field. You got the double twin steer? Oh, you got double twin steers. Okay, yeah. It seems like I found the glitches if you take trucks onto the 3rd Michigan map, the Lake Island map, on a multiplayer game, it'll multiply the trucks. So, right, and that's why I like it too, JDM. This is my farm. I've created the whole thing. I've laid out the fields the way that I want it, and I do like that idea. So. You're talking about the class farm? Yes, I haven't done it in a while, but I will. No, I didn't. No, you're misunderstanding me, Talo. This map is not just flat. Look around. It's not just flat. It's got some character. But like I said, preferably, like I said, my favorite maps still are going to be like Lone Oak, definitely Champagne of France, or Campaign of France. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of other maps that I really like. Emerald Coast is cool, but I think it's a little too big. It's hard to start that map. Marwell Farm, definitely Sandy Bay. So yeah, this is the Star of Cedar is a great starting cedar. Star of Starter. Yeah, and this is kind of what the real farmers do. So I know I like the. I do like this map. I think from a visual perspective, it is a little boring, Talo. I am agreeing with you there. It's not, you know, but I like the fact that I can make it the way that I want it. That's what I like about it. If you just gave me a flat map that already was all set up, then I wouldn't, you know, that to me is boring. But this one, you're setting it up yourself, so that gives it a different feel to it a little bit. That's the only difference. I still have other maps that I like better and I think are more beautiful. But oh yes, and don't forget to check out Moni's channel. Feared if you'd pop up the link for her channel. She is putting out. We are working together actually on some of the editing, but we are putting out. She's got some GoPro cams and she's been making stories with her dogs, and they're pretty funny actually. So and cute. So if you like puppies, it's a good videos to watch. They're short, simple, and cute. The K105 on the Champagne map is huge. Yes, that would be funny. It's a big tractor. That's so funny, Taylor. Yeah, I've heard that some other people have had to cheat money into the game too. So, hey, you guys keep it down for a couple more minutes. Like I'll be done in like 10 minutes. Yeah. What? No, I'm taking you guys home when we're done. Yeah. I know. I'm going to take him for a walk when I get back. I want to go too. No, you guys have to go to your mom's now. It's time. Go get ready to go. There you go. Nightbot has the channel right above you, country boy. I know he is really fast, isn't he? We've even put slow motion on it and slowed it down a bit, so. Oh. Smiggle Niggle, I am so sorry. You have pulled an IROC. That means that you're coming in the last couple minutes of the stream. But it's nice to have you here. Now you know where it is, and make sure to give us a follow. It's free, and it lets you keep up to date when we're streaming. Every night pretty much between 9 and 10, or 8 and 10 o'clock is usually when I stream, so. Thank you, Blade. Bin Pin is hooked. It's such a great game. I've played so much that my eyeballs are burning. I've played a little too much. There we go, Smiggle. Well, thank you so much. Yep, and don't forget, I put some videos up today, too. If you have a chance, check out the latest SnowRunner video. And I also put, I think, My Summer Car up. 4 inches. Oh. Yeah, we had snow this weekend, but it didn't accumulate, thankfully. Oh, I see, Taloa. That stinks that they disappear, but it's funny. Cool. I'm going to try to record tonight, but as the night slips by here, it's looking less and less like I'm going to be able to get any recording done because now I got to take my kids home, and my dog really needs to go for a walk. And by the time I get done with all of that and then have dinner, it's going to be like midnight, and I got to get up tomorrow early, so I'm going to have to go to bed, which means no recording. There you go, Blade. You can't, Feared Fox. They shut it down. I tried, and they're like, "Oh, we're busy working on this. Sorry, it won't be back up." It'll be back up someday. Thanks for your interest. That's Epic's creator code. So, actually, you can't get a creator code because they're not doing it right now. Believe me, I tried. I've probably lost $200-300 on this, thanks to the SnowRunner release and the complete miss on that one. So, what are you going to do? It's just money. Honestly, it's one photo shoot, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, you start seeing the yellow flashing lights in your window there, Flying Burrito, like, oh, it's snowing. All right, have a good night, Bin Pin. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Taloa? What's Ruse P? Ruse Spy? Oh, is that another streamer? Yeah. Well, if I would have signed up, if I would have known about it earlier, but I think within a week of people telling me about it or less, I was on the site trying to sign up, and they're like, "Oh, we're redoing the site. Sorry." Yep. Oh yeah, I do. No. That's not what we're talking about, Taylor. They have a referral program. So if I play a game that's on Epic, and I have a referral code, I can put that on here, and then when you guys go to buy the game, if you like it, you can use that referral code, and I get a kickback from it. And so when SnowRunner came out, we had a ton of people buy the game because they came to my channel to watch it, but I get no credit for it because Epic shut the system down and has not reopened it. So they said, oh, it might be a month or two. And with COVID, honestly, they're probably all off work. So, that's probably where they are, and there's nobody programming. So, whatever. It is what it is. That's funny, Gator. Excuse you. Yeah, or Epic at its epic. I think the only time I got super frustrated with Epic is with they have, their servers are what cause issues with them. Not always with the multiplayer, but some of the issues are Epic servers issues, and it's a little frustrating because yes, it is. Yes, it is, iRock. Yeah, it's a little frustrating because Epic. Like the whole cloud thing, I'd had like 3 or 4 days of saves going on the game, and then I installed it on my laptop, and the cloud save just automatically decided that it was going to overwrite my save with the new installation. So it just blanked out my old save and put a new installation on and gave me a blank game. So I lost all my trucks and stuff. Now, knowing what I do now, you can actually, there is a backup folder in the game, and you sometimes can recover your game from your last save. But you have to find where the backup folder is. It's pretty hidden in the folder. So anyway, that was frustrating. But it's real life. Problems happen. Saves get lost. Sometimes you have to restart games over again. And that's just how it goes. You do not have access to this land. Well, dang. Well, we're going to do our last 2 passes here, and we have canola seeded. We still have to do the wheat. Thankfully, I still have a little bit of money left, so I think by tomorrow morning we'll be able to sell some of the piggies and make some income. I need to clean out their pen. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys have had a great night. And although, what are you doing in SnowRunner? I don't know. Play around, knock things over, drag trucks around. That's a good question. That's going to be a long time before I get to that point. I'm only still on the first map. Anyway, have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. We'll see you tomorrow night for my summer car. For those of you watching on YouTube, hopefully you enjoyed the video and the discussion and all the fun. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.